I do get tired of striking these wooden dolls every day. I wish we had a more dynamic opponent to fight rather than one that sits there and just takes your hits. What do you suggest? What could they possibly do? What, install clay pigeon shooting? But again, we're novices. We won't get to see actual combat for years. I bet that'll change at some point. As I strike the dummy on the shoulder, a thunderous yell is directed at me. Raylan, do you call that striking? Put more strength into it. Those things out there will be merciless. They like the word mercy, don't they? No one controlled F'd this script to see how many times mercy or merciless had been put in there. You must not hesitate to fight with every last bit of your strength. I wish that they would show me these creatures instead of merely lecturing me on how dangerous they are. Ah, we're naive as well. Every single time it is the same rant as before. Really naive. But I just have to do my best to bear with it. For the sake of my old homelands and my mother, wherever she may be right now. Switching hands, I take my wooden mace and slam it into the dummy's head. Much to my delight, I hear the sound of cracking wood as the blow sinks into its head. How about that, instructor? See, I don't actually think that that line was delivered that way. I think it was more like, how about that, instructor? Because of the face and... my neck is going floppy. Now that is much more like it, Raylan. When you eventually get to the walls, I want to see you crack some skulls just like that. Come on now, you can't tell me you only have one good strike in you. Show me another strike. I let loose with another attack, this time aiming for the dummy's shoulder. The best place, of course, to strike a person. Their shoulder? To my disappointment, it does nothing to the dummy. That wasn't what I was hoping for. Oh well, that's why you're training. You're going to need more than one good hit in a fight. When is her intimidating evil presence gonna come out? Not evil, but you know what I mean, intimidating and glaring and... Yes, looking for someone to shout at and she's so cruel. Oh well, you're gonna need more training, I guess. Like... It's hardly the fucking arm, is it? So keep on practicing your striking. We'll make a fine warrior out of you yet. If we can curb your farseeing habit, even better. My instructor fully knows what I tend to get up to in my spare time. Having the gift of farseeing makes everyone suspicious of you. It's not fair. But we could have made it so that their assumption... Whatever. It's not my fault I enjoy seeing people in intimate moments. No, that is your fault. That is in fact no one but your fault. Stop accusing me of things I may or may not have done. So you're admitting that you may have been peeking somewhere you weren't meant to. Again. Looks like she caught me out there. Looks like she caught me... Oh, wow. That's what it... I'm not going to make a criminal mastermind of this yet, am I? Did you do the drugs? No. So you did? Alright, yes, I'm sorry. I really need to shut my mouth. It sounds like you're waiting to push the boulder today. Sure, she always threatens us with the boulder, but I've yet to see anyone actually do it. From what I've heard, the boulder is the worst punishment you can get. The novice who is punished in this way has to push a boulder up and down a hill for the entire day. Down. That's not particularly difficult, is it? Really? It's so infamous among the Knights of the Capital that pushing the boulder has become a phrase for severe punishment. But I'm not worried at all. She always threatens it, but it never seems to actually happen. My personality's all over the place. It goes from panicky to, no, I'm confident! Stop standing there with that look on your face. Do you really think that I won't do it? I don't think she would, but it'd be a good idea to get back to training anyway. I return to striking at the wooden dummy, which causes Kira to smile in approval. That's more like it. More strength. The harder you hit it now, the stronger you will become later. She turns her back to me to speak to the other novices. Each and every one of you is important, so you must do your best to train to become strong. Some of you have lost your homes before you came here. You should know what it is like to be helpless before an enemy. Well, no, if they were helpless before an enemy, they wouldn't be here to whatever. Flawless logic, flawless logic. So you would understand why you must become strong. To protect those you love, to protect the land you love. And most importantly, to protect the empire you love. I'm English, we don't do loving empires, sorry. We're At this point, we couldn't care less. You pay the government for a service, they occasionally give you that service back. That's as far as that relationship goes. Being patriotic is idiotic. Oh god, is it going to be the end of the day? The sun reaches its zenith by the time we finish our striking training. Yes, I can see by the change of the lighting that the sun and time has indeed moved on. That's sarcasm, for those that didn't catch on. Just checking you know that. I'm practically dying for a drink now, anything to wet my parched throat. Despite our suffering, Kira seems to be aglow with pride. Good work today, novices. I don't think I saw a single one of you who wasn't sweating. But sweating's really easy! Unless you're one of those freaks who doesn't sweat, but you're a freak, let's be honest. Since you've done so well, I'm allowing you to take the rest of the day off. Just remember not to do anything stupid. I think everyone's too afraid of Kira to risk her wrath. No other garrison in the city has a more domineering instructor than her. Really? How lenient are the other ones? How lenient are the other ones? Don't worry, girls, we'll just leave it halfway through and go get ice cream. As such, this one in particular is known for being one of the most shining examples of discipline. Yes, truly. We all sweated a bit throughout our training, and now she's giving us the day off. Before I leave, Kira flashes a terrifying look at me. It's obvious that she's telling me she doesn't want to do any farseering. I don't even know what else there is to do with my spare time, though. We rarely get any time off to go outside of the barracks. This is my life now, day after day, training at that same courtyard, waiting to eventually become a knight. I never get any time to myself. It didn't used to be this way, but things change, as they always do. I'm going to scroll back. Hang on. Right, okay, so here. Don't know what to do with my spare time. I don't have much spare time. My spare time is going into this. I don't have any spare time. It didn't used to be this way, but now I don't have any spare time. It's Firefly saying the same thing! The world has become a very dark place in the last century. As bleak as it looks now, none of us are willing to give up, especially not now. As I leave, that novice from before quickly passes by me. Say something to her. Hey, you did well today. She's slightly taken aback. Woo! Okay, so here we have the innately stupid happy one. You can tell by the dumb I have an IQ of a ham sandwich and a glass of water look she's got on her face. Thank you. Just please don't spy on me when you're farseeing. Yeah, she's like 12. I hate this, like... I don't use the word hate sort of freely. I'm normally joking when I do it, but I actually hate when everyone's like character models, like on a spaceship, for example, and everyone is just like 18, 19. It's like, no! Why does everyone have to be like 18 and 19? If you want to make it 18 and 19, don't make everyone knights. Don't make everyone commander of a spaceship, right? Make it like fucking all these teen drama series which are going on. At least they've got it right. There's a reason for everyone to be an attractive 19, 20 something. Now she's accusing me of spying on her too, but we admitted we did it! Why are you so offended, you prick? You know that I don't actually do that, right? Of course you'd say that. Don't you think it's a bit unfair to make presumptions like that? Not really. She doesn't seem interested in conversation. I don't even bother to say anything more if she walks off. I just have to work out what I'm doing with my free time now. Are we farting? After the training session, it occurs to me that I should apologise to Kira. Gwyn is right about her being paranoid, so the best thing I can do is to put her at ease. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop, though. There are just too many secrets I must know about. I knock on her door loudly. Kira, are you here? I need to speak with you. I know what's going to happen if she's in there. And, quite frankly, you can go and watch someone else's shit if you want that kind of stuff. Like, you can go and watch Lost Paws. Oh, God. Imagine being in a room with him for 10 seconds and not wanting to jump out of the window. You'd have to be the Dalai Lama, wouldn't you? Oh. Oh my god, boobies! Oh, I'm not being paid to do this, what? Anyway. I'm joking. Wait for her to answer. I decide to wait for her to answer the door. No response. Maybe she's not in there. I'll just open it to see... Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, I wonder if we're going to need a sensor. As I walk in, Kira stares at me indignantly. So all this time, and that's where she is. Also, I'm not even going to ask, whatever. As I walk in, Kira stares at me indignantly. She clings to her chest, a last-ditch attempt at retaining her modesty. She's removed other parts of her armour too, leaving her largely exposed. Oh yeah, like they aren't normally largely exposed, Jesus. Her hands barely cover it though, her chest practically spills around them. I almost lose my composure as I feel my cheeks burning. Her face is bright red too. No, they're not. She has 5 red lines diagonally under her eyes. Because fuck drawing actual red. She's embarrassed but doing her best to conceal it. I rack my mind trying to think of something to say. Sorry, I didn't know you were getting dressed. She shakes her head at me. The motion causes her chest to quake slightly. First of all, Raylin, only a poor soldier comes up with excuses for their shortcomings. Second of all, don't barge into somewhere just because they don't answer the door. She's handling this a lot better than I thought she would. It's because she's not that bad as you make her out to be. She crosses her arms in front of her, unintentionally squeezing her chest. You still don't have any manners at all. Why haven't we turned around yet? You'd think you would have learned some by now, but isn't apologising having good manners? She glares at me then, obviously not amused. That's only one part of having good manners. It's the other part you should be thinking about. She can't help but sigh. What am I going to do with you? Kick me out. I'm so sorry, really. Don't punish me. I don't like the idea of having to push the boulder today. I'm tired enough already. I'm afraid I can't do that. Mark my words, novice, you are going to be disciplined for this. You are going to have to learn to respect the privacy of others. She walks towards me awkwardly, trying her best not to let her hand slip. She stops when she's standing right in front of me. When I'm up this close to her, I can't help but notice the abundance of certain things. For now, please just get out. That was better for all than us. That was like 15 lines of awkward bumbling around. We are... Right, okay, so I did a 15-minute episode and now we're 12 minutes 40 into this one. So we are 27 minutes 40 into the game. There is already, like, filler sentences. Just wank for a minute or two. Oh my word. Do you see this, guys? Look! Look! Look, do you not see it? It's night. It's not day with a dark filter over the screen, but it's actually night! Look! Fuck me, it's... Oh, hang on, is it? No. No, it's not. They just changed the colour of this and then put a dark filter over it. Oh, for fuck's sake! Do you know how I can tell? These bits down here. Light, bright, 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 and then bright. Why would you go through all the effort to doing that just to leave these down here? I can see them. My afternoon passed me in a blur. When every day is the same as the last one, it becomes hard to keep track of time. The days just seem to spill into each other. You never notice where one ends and another begins. It's only because of the cycle of the sun and the moon that I keep my bearings. Maybe it's time to do some farseeing. I'm thinking about... I don't have a choice to just be like, or don't do it. Don't be a cunt. Do I care? Kira. I'd probably be proving her right by doing this, but I really wonder why she's so paranoid about me. Just what is she up to in her private quarters? As I focus and allow my mind to drift off, an image quickly forms in my head. I see a perplexed-looking Kira still in full armour. She's in the training ground of all places? She appears to be mumbling something to herself too. Though it sounds like it's echoing and her words are slightly slurred, I manage to make out what she's saying. I wonder if acting hard is really the best way to train them. The monsters they have to face are merciless, yes. Again, no one controlled F mercy or merciless, did they? But does that mean they should give up their own mercy too? Would they become like those monsters? Oh, it's truly philosophy for the ages, ladies and gentlemen. She seems at a loss with herself over these ideas. What happened before, I don't know. She seems to be looking at something, I can't really tell what. Am I doing the right thing? Should they be hardened so they can handle the worst when it comes? Or should they allow themselves to feel? I don't know if I should be talking to myself like this either. You never know who could be listening in. Look at that cursed Rayleigh with her farseeing. She's probably looking at me right now and laughing. You know what? I'll let you decide what I'm to do here. Shall I keep watching and see what she thinks of me, or should I stop watching her? I won't judge you for either choice you pick, because I'm playing this game. I am on no sort of moral high ground at this point.